Alright, back to the black coyote. I'm going to show you how to skin out a foot. I mean, it's relatively simple. You're going to want to put a lot of pressure on certain areas to get the skin to pull away. So I'm going to put the coyote's paw against my knee and pull on the hide, kind of bending the paw back towards me using the hide. It's the same as skinning out the face. If you pull on the hide, you'll see it turn white. You want to cut that white film, and that'll give you the cleanest separation, and you won't have to really worry about nicking the hide at all. Now for each toe, I normally take them down to the very last joint before the toenail, and then I cut that joint off. That way, I still got some bone keeping that nail on. If you take it too close to that nail, you will actually cut that nail off the hide itself, and you do not want that. And then as you get through each toe, you can kind of pull on it and get it to move the way you want it. This is a very, I'm not going to say delicate process, but you're going to pull on it a lot. You're going to use your knee, if you're sitting down, quite a bit. I've seen people lock them into vice grips. I prefer to do it this way, so I can adjust the foot as I go down. And you're going to get to the pad. You just kind of skin under that pad part. This pad here, you're going to kind of pull and skin around till you get to where you can kind of get under it. But you're going to be pulling on this foot and getting it to move so that you can skin down to each of the last knuckles. You'll come to the two outside knuckles first as you're working it down. There's a ton of tendons holding this on, so having a sharp knife that's going to be able to cut through all this with relatively no issues is definitely going to be key. And you just keep pulling, cutting tendons, and that film, that white film that comes in between the hide and the foot itself, until you're down to where you want it. Now on the knuckle, you're wanting to go, there's bone and then there's cartilage. You're wanting to go in between the two layers of cartilage on each toe. You're not going to be able to cut through that bone. I don't care how sharp your knife is, you're not going to cut through. You want to hit that cartilage spot on. It'll also help with the pickling when you put it in the pickle solution. If you've watched any of my videos before, or later on, I'll get into how much I mix up for this specific project, and I'll go over that all again. But having that cartilage exposed will help the preserving solution, the pickle solution, absorb down to that nail. If you think of it like your dog has a quick. That quick is full of blood. We have to preserve that in order to mount it. If not, we end up with rot, the nail will fall off, it smells horrible, so we have to preserve that. And the best way to do that is to get that cartilage, because that cartilage is going to act like a sponge and absorb it. Down to the last two knuckles on that middle section. For a coyote, a lot of your fur bearers, you're going to have two outside fingers and two inside fingers that are going to be slightly longer. So you'll cut through these middle sections, or these outside sections first, pull and skin down to the next two. But on the front paw of a coyote, you're also going to have this dew claw, or any of your canines. You're going to have that dew claw that you got to take care of first. That right there is where a lot of times I've messed up and I've cut that dew claw off. Which isn't really a worry. I just sew that section back up as if he didn't have a dew claw. Because there is some coyotes in canine species, or not species, that won't have that. For that particular reason, I don't understand why. But, very simple, just sew it right back up. Cut across the cartilage, down the side, through one, through number two, and that's 100% separated. All the rest of what's in here will be preserved, and I'll turn it right back side out and get him back in the refrigerator until I can get him fleshed. Since my fleshing beam is attached to the front porch, I probably won't be able to flesh tonight before I go to work. So it'll be something I'll have to do in the morning to get all this fat and extra meat that I left on when I skinned him off. And that's it. Now for the wall hanger coyote, same thing on the ears. You're basically going to skin them out the same exact way. But this cartilage section here, this ear butt, I'm just going to cut it off. There's no need to have that, because that's not going in a form or clay to be held upright. It'll lay down flat against the skin. Now, I will skin out the lips, but I will cut it at this section here. From the outer lip, the whole inside lip will be gone. It will only be outside lip showing. Same with the eyelids. The eyelids, I'll just cut that inner eyelid off, so it'll be only flesh, raw flesh, and fur on the outside. That's it. And then the nose, I will try to cut this cartilage, how I left it long here for mounting purposes. I will cut that as short as I can get it, so that way it's out of the way, because I won't need it at all. And that'll be it. I'll come back to y'all when I'm ready to do the fleshing. Like I said, it's raining pretty good right now, so it'll probably be sometime in the morning, maybe tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll do the salting as well.